I'm offering another Source Speaks transmission, QHHT session for myself. The relationship to relationships and what is love are the topics on my mind that I'd like to share with you as Source speaks to me for myself and with myself, what pertains to the whole. Everyone benefits from this universal knowledge and wisdom pulsing through that we all have access to. Understanding the difference between divine love, human love, unconditional love, attachments. A powerful message came through in my meditation the other night where Source asked me if anybody has ever truly gotten me. I've been wanting and waiting for a life partner to come in that really gets me, quote unquote, that can be with me emotionally, that understands me, that is with me. And Source showed me in rapid speed all relationships simultaneously, and to ask me to inquire the inquiry of, has anyone ever truly gotten you? And the answer is no. And that's okay, because people are not here to get me. Relationships are not for that purpose. We're here to explore and experience one another and learn from one another, share, enjoy. But no one can truly get you, because the only being that does get you is you. Every single person is in their own unique holographic slice of time and reality. We can never truly get anyone else either. We can certainly try and make tremendous effort to understand where they're coming from, relate to them. By association, we learn from one another and we can compare. We can even be with them, but we're coming from our own lens, through our own interpretation filters. Just as this Source Speaks comes through me and my filters, it is most potent to have your own Source healing session and allow Source to come through you. Yet this can benefit the whole as we share and experience one another. The contrasts, the similarities, the differences, they're all here serving the divine template, our database. Our way of learning is through biomimicry, association, imagination, relatedness. And to truly understand what love is and our relationship to relationship, my relationship to relationship, shifts and changes rapidly as I deepen my connection to Source. I am always with my beloved. Divine love pulses through me. So there's no experience of lack. Sometimes there is solitude and aloneness, maybe even loneliness if I'm feeling a pinched off part of me that does not feel whole or complete. And yet those are signals and signs and posts along the way that point me back to connecting to more of myself. I can then come whole to any interaction and relationship instead of needing the other to fill that emptiness or void. This is a tremendous practice, one that requires self-mastery and self-inquiry. And it's okay to fall short, fall into certain trappings, belief systems, conditioning, which I'm experiencing a lot of as I deepen the inquisition questioning everything and understanding myself even more. A constant exploration of the characters, the personality, the choices, all the power points that make up our path, our life. And Source comes through quickly and easily now, and yet I'm going to continually walk me through the process of deepening the relationship by opening up the channels, the vessel. The body temple is cleared and aligned to receive the divine in a very specific way for me. This all can be experienced in a QHHT session. Yet my practice, the quantum healing, and asking for a full body being healing at the end, is slightly different and comes through from my personal practice. These meditation tools and techniques for transformation have been given to me in meditation throughout the years, and I collect them like a little toolbox. I use whatever is necessary that day. Always surrounding myself in a golden bubble helps to clear out the psychic noise, the distractions, the debris. My one channel through the pillar of my spine, my column of light must be plugged in. Grounding down, mega grounded, all the way to the center of the earth. We'll connect to the pristine divine blueprint, the original star seeds. There is a consciousness grid on the earth, an interweb that we plug into and root down into. But the core self, divine self, essence, connecting to the soul of the earth, is at the core, is at the center of your being. Using the imagination and visualization to root down and sink down thousands upon thousands of miles, plugging into the crystalline core essence is essential. Connecting to the core self is a whole practice that I've developed, but today in the Source Speaks transmissions, we connect up to pure Source Self, Source Energy, creator of all that is, through the crown, through the antenna reaching up. There's a silver cord that connects your spirit to your home, your soul seed. And that silver cord can be traveled, shooting like a rocket, our consciousness up to the stargate of the sun. We'll access the central sun, the center of the universe, the center of the multiverse, back through time and space to Source, pure self, divine self. But first, let's prepare the body temple, grounded, connected, present, safe and secure in a white iridescent pyramid of light. Turning on the toroidal force field Merkaba, spinning the field really fast on turbo speed, increases the vibrational tone to match that of Source. We must shift our vibration, clearing the density and heaviness that we carry through the thought processes and emotional body to access Source. Pillar of light, body of light, family of light, flushing, clearing, aligning. Removing any and all influences that are not serving, that are not yours. They're sent back to their origins. Turning on the turbines, spinning the Merkaba. Staying mega grounded, letting the body be anchored to the earth. Our consciousness travels, just like we do when we sleep, accessing the higher dimensional realms of the theta state, stimulating the visualization and imagination to see, hear, and feel the guidance of Source, like watching a dream. Removing and releasing the obstacles, the blockages surrounding the body in a healing balm. Dancing golden spirals of light activate and stimulate every cell, exciting them in a dance, reverberating and vibrating. Lightness of being will fill the body temple as we start to float and drift like on a cloud, up and up and up, beyond time and space, feeling the pull, the homing device, the honing device for home. Centering ourselves in the heart, balancing the hollow spheres, mind, womb, heart spaces, spinning and oscillating evenly, calling upon all of the healing masters, ascended masters, teachers, wisdom guides, higher self, pure source, tuning to that one channel, the channel of your divine self, back and back and back. Instantaneously through all planes, spaces, places, times, and dimensions. We are blending into the sea of consciousness, pure awareness. The being, the templates instantaneously, spontaneously get upgraded, removing the obstacles, the doubts, letting it feel good to connect, to plug in, to come home to the self. This is who you are. Beyond the limited perception, perspective, personality, there is a place where everything exists, all things are possible. There's a neutrality that comes over the thought processes, the comparisons drop away back into unity, consciousness. The lightness of your being comes back online, tuning to pure source, who already knows all of your questions, concerns, considerations, allowing oneself to see and hear through the eyes of source, shifting, changing the mind, conditioning, beliefs, patterns. The templates become upgraded instantly in the moment of releasing, opening the receptor sites, receiving deeply. The messages, the guidance, the wisdom, information pours through like liquid, electric, vibrating light love. Pure essence. It's like nectar, honey saturating the soul. And just let it feel good to come back to wholeness, oneness. Taking this time, take your time. Change the relationship to time. All things happening in simultaneous time. Past, present, future, merge and converge as it's all happening in the now. healing the past, projecting forward. It's all spontaneous. The body temple can recalibrate like rebooting a computer, giving it a break, asking for quantum healing on all levels starts to happen as we unravel the belief systems that hold the patterns in place. It's all patterning and repatterning to come back into a deeper level of self, master level soul self. Huge, massive upgrades to the being can happen in quantum leaps or a slow, smoothing, soothing process. It is a personal choice. The world is quantum leaping, and everyone's feeling the discomfort of that, yet that has been asked for, called for, requested. The dismantling, the disturbances, destruction, seeming destruction, the tearing down of the old as the new is born as the recycling of energy. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, just transformed, and we're in the rearrangement, the particles rearranging themselves more quickly. You have chosen, this has been a personal choice to experience it quickly, asking for the true self, the soul path to come online, removing any and all things that are no longer serving, directing in a powerful way the energies, seeing and experiencing Source more fully, noticing what's there, what gets in the way, and what allows for it to flow through. Noticing that there is a censoring on the outside that censors the inside, and they are mirroring one another. Let that be okay. Seeing every reflection, every relationship to relationship as an opportunity to deepen, better know the self. The characters, the players, those that we're experiencing outside are all tiny little aspects of self, personas. See them as holographic reflections, distortions that are soul fragments wanting to come back into wholeness is such a gift. Bless them all as gifts. Allow there to be a digestion of the golden nuggets, the extraction of the presence, the present of their presence, and let go of the rest, slough off the rest, eliminate the waste, become more effective and efficient in your capacity to receive and perceive. Allow each person to be in their hologram, no longer needing to fix it, change it, explain it. The true freedom of relating is allowing each person to be in their choice point. We're all seeing the reflections as a service from God Essence. Their God self serving us serving them. Free will, sovereignty, divine reign over our own being is the plaything, the format in which we are operating from in this game. Be easy about it. allows the energy to flow. Feel the contractions and the tightness that happen when the realizations and knowledge come back online, and then soften. Soften into the awareness and the knowing, the accepting, the receiving, the understanding. It'll start to rewire and recalibrate the systems. That's what the contraction is the homeostasis, keeping itself in a state of sameness. And as the circuitry continues to open and expand, seeing new pathways, exploring your new being, get to know oneself and the other self with innocent eyes of a child, exploring the wonderment, inquiring with curiosity, allowing each being to blossom like new buds in your presence, being delighted and pleasantly surprised by the continual growth, joy and expansion that can flow through as you accept greater levels of abundance, love and joy, pleasure, success. You're fueled by passion. This divine spark is who you are. It can be dimmed down and dumbed down, dampened by the dullness of life, and yet that will all burn off in the end. You cannot hold the ball down underwater for long. It will come raging back up to the surface. So buoyantly, let it bounce, let it play, launch these new rockets. Follow your dreams, desires, wishes, hopes, prayers. They are all messages from Source, from Self. Leading from the heart, allowing the heart to heal, pumping and circulating more energy around through the soul matrix, not the physical heart, but the holy heart. The divine spark in the center of the chest that animates. It is the liveliness of the body being, multidimensional temple. It is the 0 point in apex where everything meets, the emotions, the mental, physical, psycho-spiritual, sexual. So many energetic layers to the body. 64 divine blueprints and templates beyond name, beyond an understanding from the mind, relating to the whole, interweaving with the whole. At the 0 point, there's no need to know, it just is. Feeling and operating from that space is true freedom. Everything harmonizes and calibrates, cooperatively dances. The infinity wave to the head and womb will balance these spaces, the dualistic, polarized reality, the seemingly opposites are complementary, working together like a seesaw, a wave. Enjoy the movements, enjoy the dance, enjoy the play, and come back home regularly to the self to experience the wholeness. You do not need to live here or operate from here all the time. Since the wave is the movement, the play, the game, enjoy the ups and downs and all arounds, the contrast. The canvas would be blank without the dark and the light. The senses, the pictures, the images, they are all part of the human experience. Rejoice in your emotions. Savor every thought. Play in the senses. It is a gift to be here at this time, in this body, navigating the transitional realms. It's already been done. The future presence of your master level soul self is calling you forward, guiding you, leading you. Taking the hand of the divine, letting yourself be led, makes you a leader. The fear of being a follower and falling behind or taking the wrong path is all just programming to keep you locked in to the linear reality, space-time, quantum time, Einstein time, jumping timelines is your genius, is your creative, artistic expression. We're going in to do a quantum healing now as the heart is needing an upgrade. The contraction in the chest is related to the pain in the neck and the tightness in the lower back. Any and all beings ready to receive a quantum healing will get the same transmission if willing to receive. We do this through the hologram, the holographic body, the energetic matrix, and we'll describe to the best of our ability so your mind can understand. The words will be translated and interpreted for understanding. But feel it in the imaginal space that we're unraveling like a ball of yarn, a knot that's sitting in the physical heart. In the center of the chest, it is a webbing, lots of strings attached to stories that we're pulling. We're pulling that apart, and the strings are unraveling. The stories are unraveling, and the ball of yarn gets smaller in that process. This is our analogy. And it's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of stories. We've already activated the diamond heart. So we're spinning that, which will burn off the tangents, tentacles, the attachments. Using the violet flame, the center of the chest will continue to activate the crystalline structures, spinning light, dancing, golden spirals, effervescence fills the chest as the softness and openness and relief comes, releasing the old, making space. The new is already here, future presencing, seeing the divine self embodied, allowing for the mastery on all levels to come back online is a natural state of humanity, humility, humbleness. The personalized contraction or trepidation about being arrogant, too conceited or gregarious has been keeping the being small, and those are all, again, conditionings and trappings that lock you into linear time. The current game of existence is about fear and control to test you, to warn you, to nudge the dial forward. It is done out of pure love and compassion. It's okay to fall for the front, and it's okay to laugh at oneself and others when the awareness and the awakening comes and the silly game ends and another one begins and all the playthings rearrange, all the characters. And we skip joyously along and let it go, releasing the grudges, the resentments, the holdings that keep the timeline locked. Healing it completely and fully is truly letting go, forgiving, forgetting, moving on. Release the characters. Send them into the core inferno, the fire and cauldron of creation, to be recycled. They will receive the blessing, the healing, the awareness and understanding that is needed for their soul to learn and move on, if their hologram matches, if they're willing to receive. If their hologram matches is even a more neutral way of saying it, which means like puzzle pieces or Legos, they must be open, willing, receptive, and ready. If not, the information waits at the edges. Same is true for all. So imagine everything you've ever wanted, everything you've ever dreamed of is waiting for you at the very edge, at the edges of your being, waiting to match, to fit like puzzle pieces. That's why living at the leading edge is such a powerful, important statement that brings an epiphany, an aha moment of, the leading edge, where there are no plans that would block the matching. It all has to be in the moment. The body vibrates in a dance of excitement to know it's all been waiting right at the leading edge. Matching the puzzle pieces, showing up, offering these gifts through example, living embodied example, allowing each person to integrate and acclimate to their timelines at their own rate. There is no rush. Releasing the contraction and inadequacy, the lack within linear time, releasing that relationship, the perspective for quantum time, Einstein time, to come back online. We are shifting and tuning, still doing the quantum healing on all levels, the brain function, upgrading the left and right sides of the brain so they will match and mirror through the dolphin wave and infinity loops to understand the full integrated way of operating. It all happens smoothly and easily. Change can be enjoyable and comfortable. Allow that to be a new belief system. Timelines can merge and be seamless. No glitches, no collapse. Amplification of the field when it comes back into resonance. And the stories can be upgraded so that the dreams, wishes, hopes, and desires are fluid, balanced, harmonious with the current situations. It all comes back in line and online as the brainwave repatterning allows for a coherence and resonance in the field. Yeah, and now the energy is humming. These are the hollow spheres that we've been talking about if it's like hula hoops. They're all now in a symphonic dance without the wobbles that are keeping them spinning out of sync with one another. Now they are all operating at the same octave, the harmonic hum and tone of the golden codes, the highest vibrational state where coherent light like a laser can flow through and amplify through the one channel, the central pathway column of light. And now Source and Core Self are exchanging information and communing in a new way through the apex of the embodied self, the Holy Trinity, divine nature. All these words are just pointing to a deeper truth that you must feel within your heart, know within your bones. The cells vibrate in resonance in this dance when the truth is heard, when the upgrades are fully integrated and received, feeling complete. All healing happens instantaneously, and then the body catches up to it. There is a rhythm, a patterning, a wave to life, the way the trees grow. Every element is in its own timeline. Watch it, observe it, see it, knowing that we are made up of all the elementals. We are the same molecules that make up the earth. There is no difference or separation. Taking care of one is taking care of the whole. Seeing and experiencing at this level, on this plane, the significance of how we treat one another, the relationship to relationships, how we treat one another, how we see one another is a reflection of ourselves in the whole. And from this high place of understanding and deep realization, rearranging the patterns, repatterning the programs and systems to reflect the new understanding, the new knowing. It all softens. It all softens to a state of harmony and oneness and balance. Your knowing is their knowing, our knowing. Vibrate it, translate it, transmit it, receive it. A clear conduit and a channel for heaven and earth. These are words you've been hearing for many years. Feeling it, embodying it. That is the practice, the exercise, the building of new spiritual muscles, the honing in of attention and intention, concentrating the focus on this purpose, divine path, mission. Living it, experiencing it will bring it all to the forefront. Every opportunity to serve is presented smoothly and easily, remembering the timelines can match, synchronizing, synergizing seamlessly. Time is your tool for creating. Taking up the space, owning the space, being in yourself, in your space is the best way to navigate your relationships, your relationship to time, your relationship to self, your relationship to other. They're all relationships. Softening and opening, receiving, allowing. This is grace. Grace is allowing more truth and love to flow through you in a way that is smooth and easily. Expand the central pathway, fluffing the spaces in between the vertebrae, expanding the nervous system, expanding the pathways, allowing more light and love and truth to flow through. This is just as simple as blowing up a balloon. Just imagine yourself expanding, taking up your space. Love is an essence, a feeling, a tone, a state, the way the human experience has currently or in the past has used love is a mixed emotion of attachment, control, and deep feelings of oneness. It has been a blended, mixed bag of good and bad. Up and down and all around, there has been a misuse and a misinterpretation that is easily sifted and sorted through when an understanding of oneself comes back online. Divine love flows through, which is adoration, admiration, adornment, acceptance, allowance, appreciation. There's so many words to describe the feeling of open, flowing, divine essence. This honoring, revering, celebrating, pure, full expression of self. Giving the experience directly as part of the quantum healing, so receive this for yourself. Every person will get an upgrade based on their current positioning and circumstance. We're spinning and spiraling the energies through the spine, through the brain, always through the brain first, into the nervous system, pulsating around the lymph, the blood, the endocrine system, the glands, the organs, the bones, the muscles, soft tissue. We reverberate it through every layer and level to the cells. So the stories, memories, and circumstances, the situations will be cleansed and renewed. It's all stored like a living library within your tissues. The issues in your tissues is a very humorous and comical way of looking at it that is so true. And they can be edited, upgraded, changed, rearranged easily, instantly. We have the magic pencil, paper, capacity to shift and change the whole instantly. We being your master level soul self, divine self, your source, the same source pulsing through all beings, and yet your own unique, special, direct line and template to it. And yet source can upgrade the whole instantly. Every being can receive this understanding of divine love in this moment now. Like a rain that washes over an entire area, or how the sun beams down on everyone evenly and can come through those portals. You can put up your umbrella or get soaked and saturated in it. It's up to you. Divine will, free will reigns. in this dimension, in this place and space. The multiple, many layers of who you are can merge and converge within the experiences of time, of character, of lifetime. Just like with age, your character changes, your personality shifts, you grow into a different form, you get taller, get older. These are all changes in the character. Receive it, embrace it, upgrade it, become who you truly are. Enjoy the process, the wisdom years, the time of awakening. Let every being live in their own version. What we see is a reflection of our inner state. What we're experiencing is through our interpretive filters, our hologram. Allow yourself to dream bigger, to see through new eyes, allowing more source to pulse through. It's just that easy. Allow the characters to serve the divine plan in the whole. Allow each person to be an ally, a companion, a player. That is collaborative, cooperative. Here to serve in the co-creative dance. We simply change the roles in the scripts, upgrading the relationship to relationships, allowing for more love, divine love to flow through, releasing the attachment to the old ways of being, the codependency, the needing someone to be a certain way. That is what codependency is. Allowing the true self, the divine self, to lead the way, and allowing each person to change and shift and blossom and grow as their hologram expresses and needs. Realizing it's all a projection, layers upon layers of overlays on their character, on their divinity. Freeing yourself and others from that bondage, allowing for there to be inspiration, information, insights, epiphanies, innovation, ideas. They all flow through from this place of connection and alignment. The quantum healing is continuing to dismantle and dissolve some templates and timelines out of the left side of the body, healing the balance between the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang, the past and the future. All dualistic points in time and thinking come back into the heart of wholeness, the spherical nature of our being beyond the lines, to the hollow spheres and wholeness, back to center, is the solution, the resolution. All lines, all timelines lead back to the 0 point and expand out from there in their spherency, pulsating, reverberating through all places, spaces, and times instantaneously. I'm going to allow the quantum healing to continue to reverberate, integrate, process, eliminate, recalibrate, assimilate, all the words throughout the days, throughout the sleep time, rest time, through the dreams, through the interactions and experiences. We're going to continue to upgrade and slowly allow the system to process, absorb, and continually rearrange, as this is a huge healing for the whole and collective, as well as the personal choice point. The self has more room and space now that the yarn, the stories have been unraveled and the heart is clear. Keep the diamond light turned on, the violet flame, divine spark burning, the Merkaba spinning, the field spinning, and the fountain flow of energy from the toroid. Continually let that flow, overflow, and regenerate. Turning these on autonomic, with the sacred geometrics around the body, Sri Yantra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love being with you, sharing, sitting, giving deeper opportunities for understanding, for being. Receive this fully, embrace it, rejoice in it, love it. Love yourself and others fully, completely. Namaste.